Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, February 20th, 2026, and in this morning's video, we're going to be going over all the latest and greatest for today's weather across the U.S. So if you're looking for a pattern discussion, you have to tune in this evening. I'll go ahead and say it right now. I'm leaving my house about 4:30 today to go on a ski trip. We'll be back sometime Sunday afternoon up in West Virginia. So I will have a video out this evening. I'm gonna schedule one. I'm gonna make it and then I'm gonna schedule it to come out like 8 o'clock or so. I won't have any videos Saturday, and then I should have one at some point Sunday evening. Just gonna let you guys know ahead of time. But we're gonna get into this right now for today's weather. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you've not done so already, and please leave a comment down below where you're watching from. Be greatly appreciated. To start off right here, and the western U.S. for one is much quieter. I mean, there's snow in some areas, but not that widespread activity that we were once seeing. I did not know you could do this in this map. Hold on. And then you can see our big rotating low pressure out here. The low kind of rolling up into lower Michigan. There's snow on the backside of it, rain, even freezing rain in some locations. We're getting snow falling in areas of the Northeast, specifically in New York as of right now, and a band of broken thunderstorms making its way all the way down to the Gulf coastline. I got a quick like 3/10 of an inch from this. So yeah, this will continue on. So watches, warnings, and advisories look like this. The western U.S., specifically the Northwest, is still very quiet. It was like this yesterday morning as well, and we're really starting to see some warnings drop off. We still see plenty. There are freeze warnings and cold weather advisories are the main thing out in California. And then we have some winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in Utah here, avalanche warnings in higher elevations of Colorado, and still some red flag warnings and high wind warnings down in areas of eastern New Mexico and areas of the panhandle of uh, Oklahoma and Texas. So there's that, and then we have two areas of winter advisories here. One for this low right here that's making its way up that we just looked at into areas of Wisconsin, and then we have another area of them in the Northeast here. These expire, I think, pretty soon. Yeah, they expire tomorrow, so they're not around for a whole lot longer. Then we have sporadic. There's flood related things. There's some special weather statements for gusty winds along this line. So other than that, a much quieter day in comparison. So for today's outlook, this is what we have from the Storm Prediction Center. They've actually dropped off the marginal risk we had in this area right here. It may have been something that was valid earlier in the morning. You may notice that this is posted much later than my morning videos typically are, is because I slept in. I needed the sleep. So they may have dropped this at some point this morning. I'm not sure, but right now we just have this risk of general thunderstorms down in the areas of the deep south, up the mid Atlantic a little bit, and a few other scattered areas of lightning. I do want to note that this one over here in areas of Colorado, New Mexico, kind of overlaps where some of our fire weather stuff is, and obviously if you get lightning strikes, um, and in such a dry area where it's so windy, not a good recipe. So moving on, here's the southeast, starting off like right now, pretty much. And this band of broken storms continues, and we do get kind of a firing up of more activity in areas of the central and northern Gulf Coast states as we get towards midnight. I think tomorrow, as we work our way through Saturday, we'll start to see more thunderstorms. We'll go over the outlook in this afternoon's video for tomorrow, so tune into that. So there's that. Temperatures in the deep south, the southeast, whatever, today. It's kind of a gradient. The highest temperatures are kind of confined to the far southern areas of these states and specifically in Florida. And it cuts off to the north. You get up into even northern Louisiana, Arkansas, it starts to drop into the 60s. But we still have widespread low 70s to mid 70s across areas of the deep south. And moisture for the deep south today, we do have some storms rolling through. You could pick up a couple of tenths pretty much anywhere across the far deep south here. So moving up the coast a little bit, we do have 80s reaching their way up into the Midlands and Low Country, South Carolina. So a very warm day ahead for you guys. And we kind of have a spike almost, or it kind of goes up like this. And it's surrounded by cooler on all sides. So maybe because as this low goes on, it'll have a front draped onto it and another front like that or something like that. I don't know, complex surface pattern. But you can see these here. I said this before. It's important that you know where you are on a map because I can't name everywhere on a video like this. But moving up to the northeast, starting off now, we do have snow developing in areas of New York specifically, and then it gets into Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, maybe even areas of pretty heavy snow. Lake effect snow getting going near the Finger Lakes, getting up into Maine as well. So kind of an area of broad snow. Really, nothing stands out about this of being too intense, but you could pick up 1 to a couple of inches in this area. So temperature wise, you're in the 40s, upper 30s, in some areas below freezing in the far northeast and dropping south a bit. There's some sort of gradient, right? I mean, you're in the 60s in areas of West Virginia. As you get, and even like southern Pennsylvania, but as you get further up to the north, it drops off quickly. So the northeast today, this low pressure it kind of just rolls up into Canada very slowly. It wraps some snow around it. And we have another surface low developing down here in areas of Kansas and Nebraska that will drop more snow later. This is getting towards midnight. So it doesn't look too crazy, but who knows where that's going to go. Temperature wise, starting in the Ohio Valley here, there's definitely a gradient, right? We've got teens, 20s up here in areas of the north central plains, and then you drop down to the Ohio Valley, and it's just kind of a chilly day. Not cold, but it's chilly. And going up to the northern plains, most areas, this is high temperatures today. This is not low temperatures or below freezing in the upper 20s, teens, single digits once you get into North Dakota and northern, forgot my states here. It doesn't matter. You can see the map. Moving on from that, south central U.S. looks like this. We do have, again, that energy in the southeast and some surface low development here, getting some snow going a little bit further to the north. So something to watch there, but nothing too crazy. Temperatures in the far southern plains, definitely a general cooler day, but we have 94 showing up in far southern Texas. So there's a gradient here again. What overall, I think what's really happening here is that we've got a shout of cold air starting to enter the picture for areas to the north, and it's not affecting the south as much. So you can kind of see that some sort of general line right here that's just cooler air and warmer air to the south. So whatever. But yeah, there's your temperatures for the south central plains. Central plains themselves, very big gradient. 20s up here and then 60s, maybe 70s down here. So definitely a cooler day in the central plains here. In the northeast, nothing really to speak of today, except for as we get closer to midnight, we do have an area of energy starting to roll on shore in areas of the Pacific Northwest. But this is typical. This is not crazy or anything. Temperatures for the northern Rockies here, much cooler day. Even the valley areas probably won't break 45 or so. The ridge tops obviously very, very cold. Moving up into the northwest corner of the country itself, mid to upper 40s in the valley areas. Dropping down to the southwest here, we have that surface low rolling over the four corners as we saw it right now, and we get out to the end, and that's it. So between now and midnight or so, pretty quiet day, nothing really to speak of. So all that being said, here's our temperatures for the far southern Rockies here over the four corners, and it's a bit cooler, but not too much. So it's kind of a marginal day. And moving to the southeast or southwest corner of the country, very similar day. The last 3 days have been almost exactly the same. You have 50s in most of the valley areas and possibly mid 60s. So all that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. Tune in sometime this afternoon. I can't guarantee the time of it. I'm just going to do my best to get a video out at some point before I leave. But again, I will likely record the video over the next couple of hours, and then I can just schedule it to post itself whenever I need it to. So I might have it get post itself at like 7:30 or 8 o'clock, just so everyone's back from work, everyone's out of school, all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for reaching the subscriber goal I had set yesterday. Even surpassed it, so I set a new one. Much appreciated. Tune into the next one, and I'll see you then.